Hey, what's up guys? I'm Diana Gray, otherwise known as AceFangirl, and welcome to the 100 subscriber Q&A. Wow, I can't believe I actually have 100 subscribers. A little bit over now. This is a little bit overdue. I forgot to actually check how many I have. I think it's 117 or so, but I'm not actually sure. But anyways, first things first, before we get to any questions, I want to say thank you all so much for subscribing to me, for supporting me, for watching my videos, for commenting, liking, everything that you do. Thank you so much. None of this, well actually just this, could be possible without you guys. And I mean, I said all along that my goal is not to get a bunch of subscribers or make money or anything. My goal is just to hopefully be there to make someone smile. And so I hope that I've been able to make you all smile at some point. And if not, keep watching. Hopefully it'll happen at some point. So I have opened my Twitter, my Tumblr, and my YouTube comments, but I did that kind of badly, so I'm really sorry about that. 2 questions for the past week or so now, maybe. And I've gotten a lot. I've been tagged on a lot of things on Tumblr that I decided to save for this video. I got a couple on Twitter that I have written down right next to me. And I have a couple, someone asked me to talk about a certain topic that I'm going to save for the end because it's actually like real talk advice. So I'm going to give some real talk advice today, which is fun. I like giving real talk advice. So I think we're going to start with the Twitter questions, and then we'll move to Tumblr, and then we'll go real talk. Oh, and it should be noted that if you have any questions that I don't address in this video and you still want me to answer them, put them down there in the comments, and I'll either answer them in the comments, or if enough people ask the same question, or I get a bunch of likes on the same question, I can make a video for it. I really don't mind. My schedule is crazy, but I'm trying to record everything. So let's start with Twitter. I have them in my new notebook, which I just finished my old one, so these are kind of the inauguration of my new notebook. Yes, writing is cheaper than therapy, everyone. So first question is from @NoelElectricEel, which is my best friend, Noelle, on Twitter. And she asks the real question, which I'm sure a lot of you may be wondering if you know anything about my writing on Game Cola. Why do you dislike Apollo? So, the short answer is, I don't dislike Apollo. The long answer is, I don't like Apollo for a very simple reason. In a game, what I prioritize most is character development, especially of main characters, like Apollo is in Dual Destinies, and then of course his own game. And I feel like Apollo doesn't get any. I know I've talked about this before, that all of his character development in Dual Destinies came from a dead person, and I just feel like in his own game, he stayed a pretty static character, which is actually, it's not a good thing for a protagonist to do. And so, I just don't have any respect for him because of that. That's why I'm not super opposed to him being in Ace Attorney 6, as was announced 2 weeks ago, maybe. I think it could be a good thing, especially since he's being announced as a dual protagonist. So maybe he'll get some character development this time around? Who knows? So that's why I'm not immediately shooting down the idea of Apollo in Ace Attorney 6. This could be his time. Third time could be the charm. I don't know. But mostly the other reason why I pretend to dislike Apollo is just to annoy you, Noelle, because I love you. So Noelle is a huge Apollo fan. So it's really, really fun to annoy her by constantly hating on him, which I just joke. I think he deserves a little bit. Just get some character development, Apollo. It's not that hard. So the next question is from Paul M. Franzen, who is the former editor-in-chief of Game Cola, a very good friend of mine, and the developer of such games that you've seen on my channel, like My Nigerian Prince and Francie Drew. Did I say Francie? Francie Drew. I should know how to pronounce her name. I did voice her after all. So he asks, seriously, who do you ship in the Ace Attorney franchise? The eternal question that everyone always asks me. So here's the thing. I don't participate actively in a lot of shipping in Ace Attorney, mostly because I don't 100% agree with many ships out there. Some I can think of off the top of my head. I do ship Miego, so Mia and Diego, but I have problems with Godot's character later, i.e. in the third game. So, and I kind of shipped, I don't know, I've been shipping them a little bit less than I have lately, because Godot, I watched another playthrough of it, and Godot's kind of creeping me out, but maybe that's just me. Phoenix Maya, you either ship it or you don't, kinda, but I'm pretty neutral on it. I'm pretty neutral on pretty much all ships in Ace Attorney. The only one that I decidedly do not ship is Phoenix Miles. I just pointed the wrong way, but whatever. Mostly because, so, y'all know I used to be really active on fanfiction, and I had an OC, and it was great, and I still love that. But as I've matured more, gotten to college, learned things about life, I honestly don't see Edgeworth ever actually getting married. Possibly a romantic relationship, but maybe not married. I don't know. Of course, I ship myself and Edgeworth in our intellectual connection, and we'll just have to see. I mean, conclusion, I don't actively ship anyone in Ace Attorney. Actively. There are ships that I like, that I will tolerate, that I think are cute, but I'm not a huge Ace Attorney shipper like some people are. Okay, so the next question is from, oh god, I'm so sorry, Huikuatsu? His name is Funtoni on Twitter, but he asks, what was your favorite game you played this year? It's like asking me to pick a favorite child. I have too many games and not enough favorite game spots. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you my top 3-ish. This list is very subject to change because I was recently gifted Undertale and I haven't started it yet, and I feel like I'm going to really like it. But for right now, I think the top 3 best games that I've played so far this year that I can think of off the top of my head. Number 3, Hatful Boyfriend, obviously. I mean, I know I talked about it a lot on the debriefing, but I mean, I think if it didn't have the Fulfill the Promise, it would just be a good game, like that I would have liked playing. But Fulfill the Promise pushed it from a good game to an excellent game, in my opinion. Only because it's so unexpected, so crazy, and so well executed that you don't see it coming. I think that's awesome, and I had a lot of fun playing it for you guys and playing it for the first time on my own. Like, I had a great time. Number 2 this year for me, actually it's a tie, because I haven't gotten to play much of the second game I'll talk about yet, but I feel like it's going to be up there. So number 2, first game is Story of Seasons on the 3DS. It's basically the modern day Harvest Moon, and when I first got it, I wasn't super into it for a reason that you'll quickly figure out when I tell you what my number 1 game is. And I kind of gave it up, and then this summer, one of my friends have it, so she was like singing its praises, so I was like, you know what, I'll try it again, why not? Hooked, freaking hooked on my farm. And now that I am back at school, and I have sleeping problems, kinda, it's because I don't have class until late, so that means I sleep in late because I don't wake up in the morning for anything, and so that means I stay up late to balance it out. And my 3DS emits less light than my laptop, so as not to annoy my roommate, I've been playing a lot of Story of Seasons. It's actually really calming, really stress relieving, and it's a great game to play it at night when I can't sleep. I really like it. Tied with that is a game that I just picked up recently, Happy Home Designer. So far, I am loving it. It's so much fun. Like, my favorite part of Animal Crossing was always designing my house. So this is just a game where I get to do nothing but that and still play Animal Crossing, and it's so fun. I love it. I'm not super far in yet. I think I've done about like maybe 9 animals houses, and then a cafe, a school, a hospital. I think that's it. Have I done anything else? No, I think that's all I've done so far, but I really, really like it. It's so much fun, and I'm having a great time with it. So hopefully I'll figure out how this Happy Home Network thing works soon, because I can't figure it out. I'm dumb. I need to like look up information or something. Hopefully I'll do that soon. My number 1 game this year, as I'm sure some of you predict, because there was no Ace Attorney game this year, is Xenoblade Chronicles. Technically it counts, it was released this year on the 3DS, but it was released a while ago on the Wii. Xenoblade, I don't even know where to start with Xenoblade. I heavily neglected everything in my life when I got it for the 3DS just so I could finish it. I'd picked it up, I'd gotten it for the Wii beforehand. I'd forced my friend to drive me to GameStop and pick it up with me. And then it was announced for the 3DS, and I wasn't sure if I was on board with this whole new 3DS thing. Like, it looked pretty cool, but I wasn't sure. And then I found out that Xenoblade was going to be exclusively for the new 3DS, and I was like, oh, sorry, like, it's happening. I'm buying a new 3DS and playing Xenoblade. And so I did. And, you know, I probably should say that I never would have discovered Xenoblade had it not been for Chuck Conroy. So I kind of owe him big time, because Xenoblade is one of those games that is life-changing. It definitely changed my life. Like, it's one of those games that I would give anything to have every time that I play it be the first time. Because it's so beautiful, so breathtaking. The story is amazing. There's so much character in every single character that you meet, even outside of your main party. And that it's just, you get blindsided every turn by as soon as you enter a new area and it takes your breath away. And that's very important to me. So if you ever get the chance to play Xenoblade or pick it up, please, please do it. Do it for me. Do it for Diana. Play Xenoblade. Also, the music is beautiful. Probably going to be using some in this video. I don't know what I was going for there. But so anyways, top 3 games this year. Hatful Boyfriend, Story of Seasons, and Happy Home Designer, and Xenoblade. Xenoblade will be getting all the awards from me at Game Cola. I'm going to nominate it for every single category, even the ones it doesn't apply for. Just kidding, I won't do that, Jetty. Please don't fire me. So that's that question, I think. Noelle sent in another question that's a little self-serving and shameless, but I'll answer it anyway. I promised I would. What do I like most about Noelle? Well, she talked about how we met actually on her most recent vlog. Her channel is Noelle Electric Eel. And it is true that we both have different versions of how we met, so can't really talk about that because we don't agree on it, and if I say the wrong thing, she will not be happy with me. So I guess I'll just stick with what I like about her. Nothing. No, I'm just kidding. I love her. But Noelle has helped me through a lot of really dark times in my life, even if she doesn't know it. We have been best friends since, like, the second week of freshman year of high school, and we've done a lot of fun things together. It's been great. We've been to conventions together, we've been to the Ace Attorney movie twice in a row together, we have hated each other and then rebonded over games of Mario Party and Dokapon Kingdom. Noelle's a very, very special friend, only because, like, she stands by me no matter what, and, like, I know that I can tell her anything, and she will not judge me for it. So I think that's what I like most about her, and I miss her so, so much being so far away from home, but it's relieving knowing that she's only a Skype call away. We actually Skype a lot, so, and play video games. I'm so proud to have her as a best friend and have a lot of fun with her, and she's amazing, and don't try and take her on in Smash because she's gonna kick your butt. So I love Noelle, and I miss her every single day. I love her. Last question from last question, second to last question from Twitter. Requires a little bit of backstory. So Paul asked, when am I going to finish 10-10-10? For those of you who don't know, 10-10-10 is a fanfiction on GameCola.net that I started probably a couple years ago now. It's kind of like a retelling / using themes from 999 and Virtue's Last Reward to and I put like the staff members of GameCola.net in there. It has been stuck on the final chapter for probably 2 years now, and I have not finished it. Only because whenever I think I decide on an ending, like, I was having terrible writer's block writing it, and it just kind of continued. And then whenever I think I decide on an ending, the staff members change, or like we get new members, we lose people, and like pretty sure half the people in the story like aren't even on the staff anymore. And oh god, I don't know. But actually, Paul, you should know that I have been working on it in my notebook, and I think I came up with something that I like, finally, but I make no promises. We're gonna see. Hopefully soon, but I also have a lot of other projects on Game Cola that I'm behind on. The Phoenix Wright playthrough, The Sims, so I kind of have a lot to do, and I just need some good solid recording time. So, and writing time, I suppose. Besides, most of my writing time right now is being taken up by the Court Records OC contest, which I will keep you all posted on. Please vote for me once I enter. I really want to win this year. It would be a lot of fun to win, because I've never won before. I've only gotten second and third. So, fingers crossed that I can come up with something in time, and hopefully it'll work out. So the last question from Twitter is from @Den_Alexander, who is Dennis, who's been on my Walking Dead playthrough, and he asks, what's the worst game I've ever played and why? So he asked me this like 2 days ago, and I told him that I would think about it, because I don't usually ever hate games. I still don't. And I thought about this question for like 2 days, and I can't think of anything. I can't think of a game that I absolutely hate with a passion. So, I've thought of a couple that I don't like. I don't like the, so, you know, the Harry Potter PC games. I loved 1, 2, 3, and 5, and I did not like any of the other ones, because I feel like they kind of deviated from the gameplay of the originals that I liked so much, and that kind of annoyed me, especially 4. 4 really disappointed me. What else didn't I honestly can't think of games that I don't like, because I generally don't. I have a pretty good idea when I buy games of games that I'm going to like and games that I'm not gonna like. So, I don't think I've ever really played a game that I don't like, because I'm pretty good at telling what I'm not gonna like and avoiding it like the plague. So, that's my best answer to that question. I'm really sorry. I don't have anything else. If I think of something else, I'll put it in the comments, but I honestly can't think of anything else right now at the moment. So that's all the Twitter questions. So we're gonna move to Tumblr questions. So I was tagged in a bunch of things. So I'll start with the Tumblr URL Have a Spooky Tragedy, which is a reference to Virtue's Last Reward, of course. Her name is Maddie. She and I have been writing together for a while now, and so now we keep in touch through Tumblr. We were writing a story called The Old Bag Apocalypse, which we actually really need to finish. Basically what would happen if old bag zombies took over the world, and because she's a K-Worth shipper, which I am not, and I was an Edgeworth OC shipper, so we kind of had a love triangle going on. It was the best fanfiction ever. Definitely go check it out. It was so much fun to write, and we need to finish it. So she asked me this random question tag, and she said anything with a 6 in it. So here we go. I'm just gonna rattle these off. Do you like the beach? To a certain extent. I'm from California, so I'm kind of obligated to like the beach. I like being at the beach for like 2 hours and then leaving, because I don't like sweating, I don't like tanning, and I don't like going in the water as much as I used to. But if there's like shells or like tide pools and stuff, I could stay there all day. Are you tired? Oh honey, I am always tired, but that's probably my own fault, so I really shouldn't complain about it. Do you have any tattoos? No. Were you single on Valentine's Day? Yes, you mean Single Awareness Day. Do you wear hats if you're having a bad hair day? No, I'll usually just put my hair back. I don't usually wear hats unless it's really cold outside, or I have like this little toque thing that I like to wear. It's pretty cute. What do you usually do first in the morning? Usually I will take out my contacts, because I have special contacts that I wear at night, and so that means I don't have to wear glasses or contacts during the day. So I'll take those out first, because they're really annoying to keep in for long periods of time when I have my eyes open. When's the next time you'll give someone a big hug? Tonight, actually, at mock trial, because we're all getting back from fall break, and I have not seen my friend Erin yet. So I'm gonna have to hug her. It's an obligation that I have. Do you wish you were somewhere else right now? No, I don't. I like being away at school. I like school. So no, I'm really actually happy here. If we're talking about real world, if we're talking about game universes, there are plenty that I would like to be in, and listing that would probably take half an hour. When will be the next time you text someone? Probably in about an hour when I ask my friends if they want to go to lunch before I have class, because I have class in about 2 hours now. What? Oh my god, where is it? Where will you be 5 hours from now? So let's see, 5 hours from now would be 5. So I will be back here in my room, probably doing homework, maybe preparing to go to dinner before I mock trial. Not sure. I kind of play things by ear in college. I don't really plan out too much. What was I doing at 8 this morning? Sleeping. Thank you very much. This time last year, can you remember who you liked? That's a tough one for me. I don't, at this specific time last year, or on my birthday, I don't think I liked anyone, really. I was okay with being single at the time, and, I mean, I still am, but, I didn't really like anyone at the time. Is there one person that can always make me smile? Yes. There are several people, and they know who they are. Did you kiss or hug anyone today? Not yet. Kissing is out of the question. I'll probably hug a lot of people. What was your last thought before you went to bed last night? Oh, God, I don't remember. Probably I need to go to bed because it's 4 in the morning. Have you ever tried your hardest and then gotten disappointed in the end? Yes, I have. Several times. It sucks, but you just gotta carry on. I don't know, I was gonna try and think of a song that had that, and then I couldn't think of anything, and now it just looks stupid. But whatever. Have you held hands with someone in the past 3 days? No. What was the most eventful thing that happened the last time you went to see a movie? Nothing? I don't know. I don't even know when the last time I went to see a movie was. I don't even remember being in a movie theater. Maybe when I went to go see the movie with my dad? Because we were here moving out, and we didn't have anything else to do, so we needed to kill time, so we went and saw a movie. I don't know. That's the last time I remember going to see a movie. Have I ever kissed anyone with a lip ring? No. My zodiac sign is Scorpio. I am 5'5". It is currently time 12:10 p.m. Sleep. I did sleep last night a little bit. I slept for about 6 hours maybe. It's about as much as I usually get. My favorite books, my number one favorite book is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. I'm a classic romantic, I know. I also love Harry Potter, all of them. I read them when I was in kindergarten because I'm a nerd. And a lot of manga. That's about it. My favorite artists, musically, I don't know. I listen to a lot of video game music mostly. And then I like Paramore, Ingrid Michaelson, random stuff mostly. Last movie I watched Rear Window, a Hitchcock movie, for class last night by myself. It was great. It was a good movie. I liked it. College. Y'all don't need to know exactly where I go to college, but some of you may have figured it out. I do leave a bunch of hints on my Twitter, but I am in the Midwest, and I am a sophomore in college. My dream job is a prosecutor in a city. I don't know where yet. I haven't decided. Hopefully a big city. We'll see. My Tumblr URL is Turnabout Diana. It means it's pretty obvious. Ace Attorney reference with my name in it. Duh. Maddie also asked me the best and worst things about college life, and I'm gonna save that for the end because Anon also asked me about college, so I'm gonna save that. Tia, my other friend on Tumblr, Tiachi, also asked me a bunch of questions, so I'm gonna answer them here. So I live in the United States, obviously. My favorite color is either burgundy or blue. I've never been able to pick, actually, so one of those two. My lucky number is 11. Doesn't even know why. You know why. I don't really have a celebrity crush, honestly. No. I don't really have one. Honestly, I don't. I prefer fictional men. Anyways, my dream trip would be to Japan. Hopefully we're gonna take it after graduation. Me and Noelle and our other friend are gonna go after graduation. What I'm wearing right now, I'm wearing this pink sweater and a lacy tank top underneath it and leggings because it's kind of chilly today and it's raining, so I'm just gonna put on a jacket over it and go to class. Something weird about me. What is not weird about me? I don't know, actually. Well, I mean, you guys already know a lot about me. What is weird about me? I used to be able to do that thing where you like shake your eyes, like your eyeballs shake. I can't do it as well anymore. I don't know if you can see it, but I used to be really good at it and like freak people out, and it was really fun. So then she asked me a bunch of questions that are like in layers, and I thought it was really cool, so I'm gonna answer them on here too. So layer 1 is like the outside. So my eyes, no one's been able to agree on what color my eyes are. They're hazel. They look gray sometimes. They look darker sometimes. My eyes change color. I don't know. My hair color, obviously, I'm a brunette. This is my natural hair color. I used to have highlights that made it look lighter, but they've all grown out by now. I would like to go darker, but we'll see. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. My clothing style, I love rocking the retro. I wear a lot of dresses and skirts, which is obviously hard in the winter, but I mean, I try and keep it classy. I'm a classy lady. So I wear at least a nice sweater to class. You will never see me going to class in a sweatshirt or yoga pants, although I don't judge people who do. Like, you do you. You do what you want. Layer 2, my inside. My fears. Well, I have a lot of like superficial fears, like spiders, snakes, all that stuff. My biggest fear is disappointing people or not making people proud. Because that's an issue that I have struggled with before, and I mean, I'm trying to get over it and just like live for myself, which is something that everyone should do, but I don't know, it's still a thing. Guilty pleasure? Definitely just coming home after class, deciding that I'm not going to do any homework, and watching YouTube videos or anime, or just making popcorn and sitting up here by myself. That's what I do. Or playing video games. Sometimes all of those things at the same time. My ambition for the future is law school. And that's about it. Honestly, I don't really know what else I want to do in the future. I haven't made plans. I mean, right now I say I'm never going to get married, but if the right guy comes along, then maybe I change my mind. We'll see. Layer 3, my thoughts. Oh wait, did I do my first thought waking up? Oh no, I didn't do my first thought waking up today. My first thought waking up today was, when is my roommate going to leave so I could record this Q&A video? Because she's kind of taking a long time, but I love my roommates, so it's okay. Layer 4, what's better? Single dates or group dates? Depends on how long I've been dating the person. I think if I'm like just getting to know them, and like we're just starting to date, or like we're not together yet and like we're going out, just like a group date would be better. But if I have dated them for a long time and I know that I really like them, then I prefer single dates because I'm selfish and I like to have my date to myself. Beauty or brains? Definitely brains, because I find brains the most attractive. Are people being really loud in the hallway, and I'm not sure if you can hear it. It's my roommate. One of my other roommates. I have 3. Dogs or cats? When they're not mine, I like dogs. I don't like big dogs. Big dogs kind of scare me, but when they are, I prefer cats for myself. I have 2, but I like other people's dogs. I just don't like picking up poop, and cats poop in a litter box, so it's fine. Layer 5, do you lie? Only when necessary. I try not to, but sometimes you have to tell a little white lie every now and again. I'm not endorsing this. I'm just saying sometimes you have to. Do I believe in myself? More than I used to. Still not 100%, but more than I used to. That's for damn sure. Do I believe in love? To me, this means 2 different things. Do I believe in love at first sight? No, I don't. I believe you have to be friends with someone and get to know them before you can decide that you love them. Do I believe in love in general? I mean, yeah, if you don't, you're kind of like a heartless person. So, yes, I do. Do I want someone? right now, I can honestly say that I'm pretty happy being single. Like, I'm really okay. If a guy were to ask me out and I know him and I like him a little bit, then yeah, sure, I'd go out with him, but I don't necessarily want someone. Layer 6, have I ever been on stage? Yes, I have. I was a theater kid in high school, so I have been on stage a lot. I've done 10 productions in my high school career, and then a couple when I was in middle school, so I miss theater a lot now that I'm in college, but I just don't have time for it anymore with mock trial. Have I ever done drugs? No, don't do drugs, kids, it's bad. Seriously. Dead serious life advice right now. Don't do drugs. Have I ever changed who I was to fit in? I have. I regret it. I don't anymore. Just don't do it. You have to find the people who accept you for you and not who you're pretending to be just to be happy with them. If that made any sense at all. I'm really not sure. Layer 7, favorites. My favorite animal. I used to love turtles, like a lot. I used to love turtles. I like cats. I don't know. I don't really have a favorite animal. I have animals that I think are cool. My favorite game? Really? Who put this question in here? It's a tie between Xenoblade and Ace Attorney. Ace Attorney probably edges it out just because I've had a devotion to it for a longer time. But Xenoblade's gotten pretty close the more and more I play and replay it. Layer 8. I am 20. My next birthday is actually today. Yeah, today is my birthday. I decided to post this on my birthday because, you know, why not? It's my birthday. And I am 20 today. So, did I just say I was 20? Yes, I think so. I'm so bad at that. Like, whenever people ask me how old I am right after my birthday, I always say the wrong age and I feel really bad about it. Okay, so the last thing is college. So, Maddie asked me the best and worst things about college life, and an Anon asked me how many hours of college I have a week. Is it the same for all years? Just curious. So I'm going to preface this by saying that I can obviously only speak for American colleges, and I can only speak in general, because every college is different, especially if you go to a private versus a public institution, or like a community college versus regular college type thing. Everything's going to be different. So I go to a private college, so I will be speaking for that. So I answered it a little bit on Tumblr. Right now, I'm currently taking 17 hours a week, counting mock trial. I think, or maybe it was 19 counting mock trial. I'm actually not sure. Something around there, which I think is pretty typical for the average college student that's taking my level of classes. It's not the same for all years because the great thing about college is that you can effectively pick your own schedule. So you have a certain number of classes that you have to get done for your major, but you can do them whenever you want, and you can also take classes over the summer if you want a smaller workload over the year, stuff like that. So I am a double major in psychology and sociology, so I have probably a little bit more of a workload than people with just a single major would have, which I'm okay with because I like both of those subjects a lot. So I don't really mind doing extra work in those. Hopefully, there's also at college, at least mine, and I'm pretty sure most, have things called GEs or general electives that you have to take to be a well-rounded student or whatever. So I still have a couple GEs that I need to take care of next semester, but those are usually not too bad. And you get a lot of them done your freshman year because you don't have to worry about your major as much because you don't necessarily have to have declared. At least for me, I know that because colleges are divided up into different schools of like science or business or arts and letters or whatever. So for my college, you have to declare your college by the end of your freshman year and your major, at least for your first one, by the end of your sophomore year. So I've already declared. I actually need to declare my second major. I haven't done it yet. I'm supposed to be meeting with the advisor this week, but we'll see about that. I don't know how that's gonna go, but it's okay. So it's not the same for anyone, let alone all years. Like my best friend is a single major with a minor, and my other friend is also a single major with a minor, and I think one of my other friends is just doing a single major with no minor. So really, college is the place where you can do whatever you want. You can study what actually interests you and what you're passionate about, and you can figure out what you want to do with your life. That's what college is for. It's supposed to be the best 4 years of your life. It's also the most stressful, but at least for me so far. But so I'm in my second year of college. I love college. I love living away from home. If you get the chance to do that and you are independent like me, I would highly recommend going as far away as you can on your budget, because it really forces you to grow up, and it forces you to learn how to do a lot of things on your own, which is always good, because you're going to be doing things on your own in a couple years. So the more practice you get in that, the better. That's one of the best things about college life, I think. And I mean, the best thing is being able to completely reinvent yourself after high school. Like, it's only when I got to college that I started really owning who I am in, like, the video game, anime, super geeky nerd girl respect. So now I can just say that's who I am, and that's who I'm going to be, and I don't really care what anyone else thinks about it, because that's just gonna be me. And I really was grateful for the chance to do that, because I kind of did that in high school, like with Noelle and my other friend, but honestly, that was a big turning point for me in my life, was being able to own who I am and finding people that accepted me for who I am, even if they're not gamers like me. The worst part about college life, especially if you go far away, is that obviously you don't get to see your family as much, which, I mean, I do miss my family. Contrary to what I may say on Twitter, I do love my family very much, and I do miss them. Also, there's no real place. I mean, college, depending on you and where you go, there is a lot of peer pressure in college, and that's a negative thing that you have to deal with. People will pressure you to try a lot of things, and I mean, it's college. It is a time for experimentation, but you also have to be careful and know your limits. And I mean, I've been pretty good about that so far, but I have friends who have not. And it sucks to watch them potentially crash and burn because they don't know their limits and don't know when to say no. I mean, I guess the worst part of college is always having to be careful. And I don't even know what else I'm trying to say with this, but oh, my laptop is moving from my leg. Just being careful, and I mean, experimentation is great, but it can have consequences that you may not see coming, and that's something that you have to be careful of. Also, college is a lot of work, in case you don't know that already. You are going to be doing a lot of work in college, contrary to what you see in movies. It is not all about the parties and the sororities and stuff. There is a lot of work involved, so be prepared for that. I mean, that's about all I have to say, I think, about college. I wish everyone luck who's applying this year, or who's applying from abroad to come, like, study here, or who's applying to go abroad. Too. That's important. Just take every opportunity that you're given and make the most of it, and that applies to your whole life, not just college. So, I think that's about it. That's all the questions I have anyways. So, I hope this was informative about me and maybe helpful for you. If you have any more questions for me, tweet me, put them in the comments, ask me on Tumblr. I don't care. Hit me up. I am always down to talk, honestly. And thank you guys so much again. Like, it really means the world to me that I have this many subscribers, and that you all care about me, like watching my videos. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. And I will see you all tomorrow for an extra long Walking Dead Halloween special. Bye!